Hey everybody, Jay Barbino here, and welcome back to the true story of Arkain. On to the third video of Lord of Shadows. This mission is no joke. It just takes a long time. The enemy bases are difficult. We don't have a proper hero with army-busting abilities such as Flood or Command Aura. These things are pretty typical. With all of our other factions, we have something that allows our forces to just really break through. We don't have those. What we do have are a butt ton of elites that allowed us to go way over supply, just based on the prisoners that we rescued. And we have a single shadow creature that we can use to distract the enemy with taunt. And he's invisible. So, with that in mind, let's go see if we can kill Mayor Kent. There's random enemies all around in here. I don't know, did something just... Oh. Okay, we are going to need crossbowmen, but I can't attack that thing right now, so let's just attack and let it hit us. Destructors aren't, you know, they're good, but they're not like... Unless there's a lot of them, as you can see, like, they can chip away at us, but they're not going to be doing anything too scary. Let's let them come out towards us and let them sit in this choke point. That's not how you guys need to be used. As we free up supply, I will make crossbowmen. These are the only dudes that can attack air, so that's just the way it's got to be. So we're going to have to build marksmen. And the only use for those marksmen is just to kill this single destructor. Very fun for me. And like, I'm barely, well, I was gonna say I'm barely taking any damage. The issue is these, again, it's just that destructor. I wonder if I could taunt it. I think I can taunt this thing. But it doesn't know what to, no, it can, now it can see it. But I mean, it has a ton of health. So these things are like really excellent to use taunt with. Yes, you just pull them away from my other stuff. Mayor Kent is cracked. He's absolutely cracked. Get Zed on him. I don't know where Claire is. She might be dead. She's not. She's in here somewhere. Let's get Claire on her as well. On him, Mayor Kent. Get dusted. Yo! Zed must... He wants his master. Oh, did this guy summon Ice Revenants? Okay, Mayor Kent is dead. And, wow, we actually cleaned up most of the dudes back here. All of our stuff is really low HP. Claire and Zed, get him back out. One flippin' destructor. Again, I'm going to have to make a bunch of crossbowmen just for that. I don't know how many crossbowmen I need to realistically kill one of these. Maybe it's only one, or maybe it's only one set of 3. Yeah, it's looking like that's the case.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, not bad. I mean, we lost our whole army, but not bad in the sense that we did appropriately kill the enemy hero. I don't think we get Gardon back. Pretty sure we don't get Gardon back after all of this.
Our forces are under attack.
So let's rebuild our elite group. Rebuild our dark golems or whatever. Build some banishers. That thing's dead? I was like, oh, don't worry about that, as it proceeds to then snipe all of my flippin' banishers. But that's fine, we can rebuild. What I will probably end up doing, though, is let's grab all these workers, of which there are not that many, are there? And let's bring these down to see if we can just build production, like, down here. I think we can cram... Yeah, we can cram stuff down here.
Right.
So we do have to still kill... There's still a few things in there for this to be technically completed. I do remember in the original version, the Iron Fist get kind of derpy.
Ready for action.
Let's see how that works. We're almost out of lumber. I mean, harvestable lumber. We really chipped away at this map. But the hard part is done. I think this end section, which I think is the Order of the Frost behind these gates, it's like a huge spread out base. And it's not particularly hard. It's just, there's a lot.
Your move.
Let's come up here and kill these. Oh, it's another destructor. But that's fine. We have what we need for that. I mean, these guys might finish it for us, honestly. We'll see. All right, you guys attack, and then
What do you need?
crossbowmen attack the flippin' Destructor. I don't think the Fallen Order of the Frost is going to have Destructors, though I'll be honest, I can't be sure. I saved him.
I am your servant.
Okay, I don't want to lose these guys all again.
I am your servant.
Okay. Oh, you know what? That's fine. Let them destroy that. These are, I mean, all these buildings down here are just going to be distractions for as we continue through. There's also random stuff up these ramps. I don't know why, but up here there's more trebuchets and stuff. I think it's just to align more with like if there's another mission later on that I know of.
What ails you? As you wish. Orders?
There's just another mission later on that I know of that we have to like we're back in this city, so it's just to be consistent with that because we do get to use some of those
Off I go then. Our forces are under attack.
some of those what am I thinking of? Trebuchets, that's it.
Off I go then. I can't do that. Our forces are under attack. Off I go then.
All right, and then killing these dudes should do it. And it's looking like these buildings will not be set up in time.
Yes, my lord. All right.
Maybe I should have waited and had these set up first.
Righto.
Those might continue building while we're in the cutscene, actually. We'll see. The general isn't here. They must have brought him deeper into the city. Either that or... No, I can still sense his aura. Not far from here. We have to continue our attack. I will personally assist you. I'll not prevent you from doing so, but I warn you, one wrong move and you're going to die, creature. Please, you may call me Lord Brian. It's Brian! I'd rather not, creature. It's Pentis. So, are you finished? Oh, I already have the information the Divine One asked for. I just kept looking for... Yes. So, what did you find out? It's definitely just as the Divine One suspected, but of course it is for how... for how could the Divine One be wrong? Their endless wisdom, and... This is not the right time for your sermons. There's an army on its way, in case you've forgotten. The mental defenses of this man, as well as the magic he uses and certain other marks I have found, prove that the prophecy of the Divine One was absolutely correct. And then there's, of course, the shadow creatures his forces used against the lesser beings that serve our interest. Then we have all the information we need. Good. Sir Edoras has already taken the remainder of our forces and moved on. It is time for us to depart as well. What about this man? What was his name again? Blue Claw? Ah, who cares? He's just a man anyway. Are we taking him with us? He has given us the information we need. Leave him here. Let the Imperials have him back. I'm sure he could serve the interests of the Divine One. He could be a useful slave, and it would be an honor to break him in the name of the Divine One. If I wanted to enslave anybody here, I would have taken the Ixara Nexus with me. No, leave him here. The Master wanted information, not servitude. This mortal still has a part to play, not as a slave. A pity, but I shall heed the Divine One's wishes. I know you're just pretending to be unconscious, male, hoping to get information by eavesdropping. Consider yourself lucky that I let you live despite your insolence. If you ever have the honor of being my prisoner again, you'll not get away so easily. You would make a fine slave. Destroy the base of the Fallen Mage Guild, Pink, which again I believe is the Order of the Frost. Lord Brian the Fallen has been added to character lore. I said this when I did my preliminary character rankings for the true story. The reason I love Brian is he is... Well, is it technically a spoiler to even talk about this? But basically, he's clearly like a super spooky individual who's way more powerful than he lets on, and he controls these shadow creatures, and he just goes by Brian. It's a charm to that. I really enjoy it. Let's check on Brian the Fallen. Thanak doesn't trust this strange creature in human form. I don't either. It has helped us so far, but in exchange, it wishes to see the general. Its help was too valuable to ignore, but we will be ready. If he tries anything, the creature will die along with the undead. Well, all right then.
What?
All right, so now we have a hero who has the Shadow Ring, reduces magic damage dealt by 33%, increases hit points by 200. A bit lackluster for someone of Brian's level, Shadow Master. While this ring doesn't look like it possesses much power, it is surrounded by a strange aura. Brian refuses to say anything that it is related to the ring in any way. He only keeps replying that the ring serves as a memory.
Agreed.
Spooky. Mind attack. Big, it's like kind of like Stormbolt, damage and a big stun. Surround all enemies in a medium target area with shadows, causing them to have a 50% chance to miss on an attack for 20 seconds. Remember how Amari had a similar ability, and didn't we saw Amari with Brian, right? This happened already. We've seen them hanging out, so that's not a secret. Brian is involved with the Orcs in some way. Again, I don't remember what is a spoiler and what isn't at this point in the story, because it all kind of blends together in the past. Let's get one more up there, and then we will have all of our stuff rebuilt and ready to push into this, along with Brown. Dark Secrets, an ability that Gardon has. So we have connections to Brian through both Amari and Gardon. Shadowmaster binds the shadow of a corpse to his will and encrypts a shadow creature. Shadow creatures have 1,200 HP and deal. Oh my gosh. So he just makes those out of nowhere. He can have up to 4. We'll turn that on autocast because that's really good. But keep in mind that's like half of his mana pool. That's more. That's much more. That's like 2/3 of his mana pool to use. Casts on enemy buildings with ranged attacks to stop the building from attacking. I mean, if he has to channel it though, that's not very good. Yeah, sure. Let's get in there and just. We'll just go with our heroes. So Order of the Frost is like fully undead at this point. So we've learned about a lot of the different mage guilds or elemental guilds. A lot of that has been added by Shar, which I think is neat. All right, we got all this stuff here up in the front, ready to assist us. And when we start attacking through here, this is when things are going to get crazy wild, because it's messy. It's a little messy. It's a really, really big base. And I don't have any of those shadow creatures to taunt, but maybe Brian will summon some. We could only hope. Whoa, stop. What? They're geniuses. Tight corridors, my favorite. Please just attack this. Lord Brian, level up. Dude, Shadow Corruption, low-key, like one of the best abilities in the game. These guys can taunt, so we just we hit taunt and then we just run them away. I don't know how close they have to be for that to be effective. It might work as a spell cancel as well, I'm not so sure. Can we please kill these? I would really appreciate it if we killed these. Okay, we gotta hit this. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Then go Dark Secrets. Got elites in here. Apparently Zed is still alive and in here. Brian is out of mana because he summoned his shadow creatures. We absolutely need catapults. Get at it in, buddy. We need more banishers. Let's get some necromancers so we can compete for corpses. And that, I mean, well, they raised dead, so that's that. Let's just back up here. Let them chase us out of here. This is obviously, you know, kind of absurd. We have a very strong, you know, don't get me wrong. We have a very, very, very strong army composition, but that's a little insane. I'm not sure what they have that was raising dead.
Is someone injured?
My ally sending things in piecemeal is a bit frustrating. Turn off Fairy Fire. I would love an option to turn off Just I don't even want Fairy Fire. I literally make these guys, everybody only makes these dudes for healing wave, and sometimes you'll use Disenchant depending on what the enemy is using. Pretty sure we ran into an enemy attack at the same time, which is what caused that madness to happen. But we got rid of those frontline areas, so we won't get stuck in here anymore. This is going to take multiple attempts just smashing our head into a wall. And we'll get through eventually. It's going to take some time. I'm waiting for these to despawn. Maybe there must have been a hero that raised these guys. I can't say for sure. Turn off Fairy Fire, though. That's what I can say. That's what I can say for sure. Turn off Fairy Fire always. Are these ever going to despawn? Poor Claire. I mean, flipping Claire Greendale. We're going to resummon her, but she's currently undead. It's confusing. What I do have is the ability to heal people a lot. So we will use that. There goes... We have to kill our undead elites. Again, a little confusing. Banisher's back up. Okay, we repelled that attack, which again, I think coincided with us pushing into their base. These guys all have low health. Just run into their base and die. Feels bad, man, but that's where we're at right now. Can I tell you something? I think just making a lot of these war golems might be the great, just a great option here. We don't have to worry about making healers. They're 5 supply instead of 7. So there's a Traitors faction and a Fallen Order of the Frost faction. Our actual objective is to destroy the pink base, though obviously we probably want to come in and cut up here in order to destroy gray. Mr. Brian is back. I like how his shadow creatures got simultaneously better and worse. Do these Death Revenants, maybe they have Raised Dead? That Raised Dead was killer. Like, that was awful. Just awful. I don't think I have any workers left down here. I think I am going to build just workers and bring them all down here just in case. And maybe we can cram a town hall in somewhere. Again, just in case. I don't think we're ever going to be able to compete with skeletons. Pretty sure that's just not really in the cards for us. Okay, please stop. Actually, you know what? Those spells are not that good. They don't really do that much damage against an army composition that is this beefy. I could also maybe get an... can I build an Arcane Vault? There's no Arcane Vault. I was going to say, maybe getting some items on Brian could be good. Idle workers, again, this is where, like, we have 30,000 lumber. If it takes 30,000 lumber to break this last base, I think I would just turn the game off rather than actually, you know, do that. But you never know. Okay. Banishers, turn off Fairy Fire. Banishers, turn off Fairy Fire.
I am your servant.
Zed back up to snuff. Claire Greendale gonna sit in the front. Whatever had slash has the ability to raise dead, animate dead is definitely off cooldown, so that feels bad, man. Let's quick save, because again, it's kind of that situation where it just doesn't feel like it's gonna go well unless you get the timing just right. Just trying to kill some of that stuff. Now we're rolling in. Okay, those do piercing damage. That's not bad. They catapult somewhere, just doing a ton of damage in the back to us. All right, we're attacking ground on these. One more volley. Got him. Now the other enemy attack is coming in. They really love targeting my banishers, as they should. They absolutely should be doing that. There's Brian. And this is like, we gotta just try to very carefully chip away. Yeah, oh, the anime dead is, oh, I thought it was retreating completely. Hard to tell. Hard to tell what it's doing. I think we're like sort of winning. That's Claire, I think. We want to get her back. This is one where, like, if we can try and keep the pressure on, but this raised dead is awful. I can't tell who's doing it. It might be the Ice Revenants.
Our hero has fallen. Of course.
Wow. What a mess. Okay, well, we just rally in here. We keep it up. We quick save again. We just keep building and building and building until... I don't know. I think we do make necromancers because we need to compete for corpses.
What do you need? Let me at him. Job's done. Attack!
I'm at the point where I think we just try and snipe some structures here or there. Okay, back up, back up. Yeah, they have to despawn eventually, right? It's also possible some of the pink stuff won't respawn if we kill it. Ooh, that's way too many banishers, I think. That's fine, they're gonna get sniped and die. Okay, still capped, still maxed. Heroes on their way back out. Oh, did I slow the game down some? Yeah, I did. I must have accidentally hit that. That felt weird, didn't it? Turn off fairy fire! Oh my god! You know what? Kill these guys. I don't even want them. If I can't healing wave, I don't want these dudes. I have units somewhere. I'm not sure where they are. Can I fit this anywhere?
Our forces are under attack.
Thinking no.
Yes, my lord. What ails you? Yes, my lord.
I feel like I have more units some... Oh, they're just sitting in here. Okay. Like that?
All too easy.
Oh, here they come. Okay, this is good. Draw them out here. Turn fairy fire on and off to ensure everyone has it off. Fight these dudes out of range of pink, because pulling pink's defensive force is part of the reason why this has been nightmarish. Okay, and then hold the front here. Okay. It's looking good, so now let's build more catapults. I had asked you very nicely and kindly to attack there. Oh, look out. Okay, we're in. No, don't, no, don't pull ping. Stop it. We just got to distract them for long enough to do some serious damage here. I think it's this Ice Revenant, and he gets death coiled by the other ones. I don't know if this stuff is ever rebuilt or what. It's possible it does. Okay, this is big. If we can, again, survive for long enough to actually do damage permanently to this group. These guys have to survive long enough to get enough mana back to do that again. Let's sneak these in. Sneak them in. Go for the castle, rebuild the elites and the Dark Iron War Golems, and the Banishers. And our heroes. Claire, kill this acolyte, please. Actually, no. Kill the militia. I think we're gonna just barely lose this stuff before it can kill the castle. Come on, Claire. Yeah, she's not gonna get it. Oh, okay. The castle goes down. They're gonna rebuild it. Keep in mind.
Yes, my friend.
But they have to rebuild the whole thing. So this is actually our chance. Once purple resets, or pink, once pink resets, we can actually go in and clean up the main base of gray. Stuff's coming back up. I think we go right back in there. Okay, looking good. Get around to catapults after this. And if pink has reset, we just have to be careful that we don't accidentally draw them back into us again.
Of course. I, my lord.
Turn off fairy fire.
Right away. I am your servant. Right away.
I never want it. Notice how they're not building out of some of these structures. The enemies start to act a little funny when,
Let me out. Ready for action.
once you destroy their town hall. That's the main thing with Arkain, is when you notice that, like, that's really, really important. Okay, no more workers. So let's kill these. That might draw pink to us, because it's technically a pink building. I'm not so sure.
Orders. I, my lord.
Okay, very nice. Now, if we can handle... Again, if it's just pink...
Attack!
I think if it's just pink, then we're cooking with gas. But up until this point, it's not been just pink. I'm glad I split this into its own video, because as expected, this is tough. I do love me some Dark Iron War Golems, though, can I tell you? Big fan. I wonder if pink... Surely pink can rebuild. Because it seems like pink was absolutely flooding us with units when we came into range of their defensive structures. Heroes come back. Zed, unfortunately, gets the low priority here. He's good, don't get me wrong, but not as good as Brian and Claire. Okay, see, now they're building that stuff. Catapults, we're going to use you to just slowly pick this stuff off. I'm expecting pink to be flooding us at any moment here. And honestly, I don't know, it's a little goofy, honestly. Like, they're building out of some stuff, but not a lot. So it makes it a little unclear what to focus on. Dude, look at all that mana because there hasn't been fairy fire being cast. What a dream. Save this guy? Save him?
I am your servant.
Okay, I think we've won. Similar to the teal base earlier, it just simply takes multiple attempts because there's a lot of pre-placed stuff, specifically pink stuff. Okay, good work. I'm just testing this now. I feel like I should just play the game without health bars. Like, it would cause more, like, even more blunders than I already do. Because, like, units that are low health are going to get killed because I don't realize they're low health. But, like, if you play without the health bars and then you just hit Alt every so often to check, maybe that's the way to do it. Because I feel like it'd be a way more pleasurable viewing experience if they were just always off. I talk about this all the time and I just never do it. But maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to finally do it, you know? Tired of being all talk. So either pink is now outside of our aggro range, or pink can't actually... Oh, no, it looks like they do have a defensive force. So there is another base, just in general, that exists on the map. Unless these equally are part of a defensive force. It kind of looks like they're going to attack. Uh-oh. We have to chase them down? Where are you going? Get back here. You cowards.
Of course.
Okay, well, let's send a group back to chase them.
What ails you? Right away.
That's the pink defensive force. The question is how much of it gets rebuilt and when. So give them a debuff. Let's start getting some shadow dudes. Get him, Zed. These guys got distracted by farms. Get back here and help Zed. Dude, Zed, he's doing good, though. He's doing great. Keep it up, buddy. He's saved. I expect him to die again later, but it's okay. He's doing the Lord's work. I'm taking this base now slowly but surely because they're acting real weird, aren't they? They're acting kind of funny.
Our forces are under attack. Our town is under siege.
Keep it up. Kill these.
What do you need?
Lots of death coils. I think a lot of these can death coil each other too, so that's another reason why they stay alive through all of this. Not my workers!
What? Yes, my lord. What is it?
Let's get up here and mass build a town hall. That'll draw them to attack that instead of my infrastructure behind it. And I'm still mostly maxed out, so, I mean... Steady, slowly but surely. By the way, this mission's a huge chore, so I would really appreciate it if you liked the video. Please click the like button if you appreciate your boy Jay Barino playing these maps so that you don't have to. Without cheats. I know how a lot of you are. I don't mind, though. It's okay. If you want to play with cheats, it's not my business. I don't care. Whatever you gotta do. Kill this man. Oh, dude, magic missile him. That's what I'm talking about. Just straight up double damage? How many times do I gotta say? The human catapult is obviously the superior siege weaponry of this game. Just straight up chance for double damage is insane. We've been doing a lot of this today. And by doing a lot of that, I mean it's happened a couple times. Not like an inordinate amount of times. Good job. Okay, Gray is gone. Yo, I can't believe there was a part of me that thought I could actually do this without splitting the video. This has been insane.
Yes, my friend.
Okay, good work.
What do you need? Aye, my lord.
All right, Elite Ground Force, get to it. This is probably going to be the composition we use in the future. Well, here's the thing. We're not going to be able to use...
Job's done.
We're not going to be able to use elites in the future. Now, that leaves a lot of supply available. Oh my god. That leaves a lot of supply open for us to use as well. Okay, good work, good work. Just gotta slowly pick our way through each of these pink buildings. And as you can see, again, pink is very spread out, so we just have to keep reinforcing over and over again. We'll get there. And we just heal our front line, and it just makes things so much better. Yeah, keep giving me that, keep giving me those spooky boys. Actually, I don't think Revenants leave corpses. So he's actually not very likely to actually end up using that ability. Did we lose any elites? It looks like we did lose a few elites. You know what we did lose, though? Darksteel War Golems that we can go ahead and build like a billion of, because they're so flipping good. Maybe we should just build more catapults. They were kind of the MVP for that single section of the map. Just keep going. Their defensive force is down, so if we keep that forward momentum going. Just pick off these things one by one. Lightning Revenant doesn't really seem like a frost unit, eh? Char? What about my lore accuracy? What next time I have to do another faction tier list, what am I supposed to do when it's like, oh, the Order of the Frost? Where do you rank these? Well, I don't know, because it seems like now they're like they've got like lightning remnants in there too. I'm confused. You can't do this to me. Why does it look like there's pink at the bottom of the minimap? You see that? There's like a little pink thing there. Maybe it's something out of bounds on the map. Who knows? Is this done? Yeah, it is. Dude, look at that. Look at that stockpiled money. Who needs Jadira? We just loot. We just loot the kingdoms. We pillage. Ice Revenant. That's what I would expect to see. Death Revenant? Maybe not so much. Okay, they've sided with the Undead. Makes sense. Lightning Revenant? Absolutely not. Okay, we are slouching our way towards their town hall. We're almost there.
What ails you?
Don't be hiding in the back. I know you're scared, okay? There appears to be an enemy hero in here. I don't know. He summoned a spooky Frost Infernal. Maybe it's a Lightning Infernal. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. I'm honestly a little nervous in general. Ow. Don't worry, it's fine. Guess what? More Darksteel Golems, please. You'll love it. There it is. Good job, Claire Greendale, getting rid of that Acolyte, stopping him from rebuilding, making him scared. Stop doing that. Stop it. Oh my god. Kill this. I didn't even see the name. The something mistress. The dead mistress. That's her name. Okay, these banishers will never be safe no matter where they are, it would seem. Get up here and kill this tower.
What do you need?
Good work. Kill this. One volley. Gone. Kill this. You're doing fine, Lord Brian. Just keep it up. Yo, pick up whatever this is, please. Crown of the Frost Mistress. Mana regen increases mana by 200. Also grants. Oh, okay, that's cool. So it's he's a strength hero, so the flat mana's good, and brilliance aura. This crown once belonged to the nameless Frost Mistress, the undead reincarnation of the former Grandmaster of the Order of the Frost. The crown is said to be empowered by a small part of the very essence of the fallen goddess of ice herself. What a delight. Well, at least she's dead. Who is doing this? It's the Death Revenant. Okay, it doesn't matter. Just hit this. It's gone. Get rid of these towers. Build elites and Darksteel Golems and banishers. Because my banishers have still taken considerable damage. Okay. It doesn't look like they're able to rebuild stuff. The shadow creatures are good, and I have not really used them appropriately, but honestly, it's fine. I haven't really complained about the difficulty of this map. I have complained about the lore accuracy of Lightning Revenants being part of the fallen Order of the Frost, though. Dude, these catapults are still alive. Would you look at that? Was that Claire Greendale dying? That's fine. Get her back. She's been doing great. There it is. Oh, and she's undead. Oh, dude, and she just killed Brian. Well, that's what you get, Brian. Workers. Workers? They're still building stuff, but I don't know where their workers are. They're being cowards. They sort of run away. Go for this. You guys kill this guy, and then this guy.
Yes, I am your servant, of course.
Okay. I think we've won.
What do you need?
It's been a journey. But we're in here, we're hurting them. Frost armor, Frost Order. You know, if this is their strength after being defeated and made undead, you know, it makes me shudder to think at what the undead threw at them to get them to this point. I'm a little upset about it. I hope those were both catapults. One is, you know what? One is Claire. She's been doing great. I'm also glad I took her leadership boni. It feels very fitting for this mission, considering we technically are playing as her. This base is Thanox, and I'd also like to point out that this base I don't think has sent anything for like this entire video. I'm pretty sure they've sent nothing. So like Thanox, if maybe you could get on that. You know what? It's late. It's too late to even request that from you. This Acolyte though, he's kind of being the MVP. Kill that Ziggurat, though it might not even count. Zed, tearing him up, making him, I was going to say bleed. I guess, you know, if you look at the critical strike thing here, it kind of looks like there's some flesh rending happening. So I guess that could count. The bash, though, way better. There we go. All right, Fallen Order of the Frost. I guess you're not getting absorbed into anything because we are completely wiping you out. Though, we know Core is returning with Order of Water or whatever. Oh, Tides, Order of the Tides. And they're going to be part of the Iron Fist. Get those Hydromancers. Good job, Thanak. I knew I could count on you. I admit I expected quite a lot when the Tauronites contacted us, but this... I just did what I had to do, sir. It's good to have you back. What are these creatures? Wait. Brian, is that you? What are you doing here? You know him, sir? He was the one who told us about the Tauronites' betrayal in the first place. He aided in your release. Oh, yes, I do know him. What are you doing here, Brian? I thought you were dead. It's been far too long since we last met, Gardon. There's a lot we need to discuss. However, I advise you to deal with this Retka and his rebellion first. The closer you get to him, the closer you get to the truth. We have a lot to talk about, Brian. You might have supported my men, but I've been betrayed too many times to risk anything. Of course, my apprentice. It's only logical that you'd have questions. General, we've received word from Lady Cora and Lady Lorene. They've wiped out Retka's nobles. In addition, Whitefield's army has been completely routed. However, Retka himself is on the way here now, and he's bringing his entire army with him. Very well, then. We'll have to talk later, Brian. Thanak, gather our forces. I want Retka's head. With pleasure, sir. Would you look at that? What's next? Is there an interlude? Let's look. I don't think so. I don't think so. Roars in the Forest next. We can go and find some bear men. Everyone loves some bear men. Back to the Pearl of Lore. So yeah, this mission is just real chunky. It's real chunky. I think my strategies were sound. My army compositions were sound. We didn't have any heroes, so there... I mean, at the end we did, but he was not really able to do that much, considering most of the enemies were spellcasters. So that... And the Animate Dead and the Chain Lightning were really the most... And the Blizzards were the hardest things to deal with. But otherwise, you just, you know, Elites and Dark War Golems, whatever the heck they're called, Dark Steel Golems, just tear through enemy ground forces. We're never going to have that combo again, as far as I know, because Elites are stolen away from us for whatever reason. Obviously, we needed to bring out our best troops to rescue Gardon, but in the future, you'd think in important battles, I guess they're not busting out the Elites for whatever reason. I know it's for a gameplay balance reason, but regardless, this is an interesting concept for a map. Again, you get some demi-heroes, but no heroes with, like, castable abilities. The addition to being able to use banishers here is really good. Necromancer's not really that useful just because, well, I guess in that last base, they'd be good against the gray faction, but against pink, they're all revenants, and those don't leave corpses as far as I know. So, I mean, we could raise our own dudes, but a lot of our frontliners, I mean, there aren't enough corpses to raise to make necromancers worthwhile. Granted, Unholy Frenzy on elites would have been really good. Neglected to use that. Didn't really need to. It's fine. At the end of the day, we did beat this one. I think for how big this map is, I think we did it in a pretty reasonable time, too. So I'm pretty happy with how this went. I really like the changes that Char made to it as well. I think the last base is still a little absurd. You do have to deal with two completely distinct defensive forces just because of how the buildings are laid out, and this has been something that's a consistent theme on the most obnoxious siege-type missions in this campaign. I'm looking back at Siege of Combe as well, and then also in this mission, like the teal base overlaps with Orange's buildings, so you attack the remnants of Orange's base, and it constantly pulls teal into you. In this one, you're attacking gray, and then pink is getting pulled into you, etc., etc. That's the kind of stuff that makes it so that you do have to have a forward production setup, have a huge economy, which we did, and just like wave tactics. I mean, that's like the only way it works. I do like the beginnings of these maps where, like, Blue's base, we found our opportunity, we took it early, it, like, got us off the ground. I like those types of tactics, though it can get a little repetitive, like breaking into teal and then breaking into gray and pink. It's kind of the same thing 3 times in a row. It took like 2 or 3 full army waves, but we got through them. That's just the kind of mission it was. The trebuchets are an interesting thing, but the ones that we got for ourselves did not really help at all because the range just wasn't good enough. But not next mission, but I think it's this End of an Uprising mission. We do get trebuchets to help us out, and they are very useful there. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.